Sometimes we have an idea that just seems so unattainable, but if we concentrate on it and start paying attention to it, it usually has an obvious route to success. This is really, really true. Sometimes all it takes is a strong effort to make the seemingly impossible happen. Sometimes, even for the ideal moment, you have to wait months. However, never give up and never lose hope. Always strive to meet your objectives. Although difficult, it is not impossible. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, "I'm possible." There is nothing impossible to him who will try. Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools. I have learned to use the word impossible with the greatest caution. There is nothing imaginable without faith. Nothing is impossible when using it. Everybody has aspirations of living better lives and achieving more. Regretfully, we frequently encounter difficulties in accomplishing these objectives, and instead, let yourself sink into a pit of hopelessness. It is crucial to always know what you want out of life. If you don't have a burning passion, everything will become an insurmountable barrier and you will never find the correct path. Therefore, when you set out to achieve something greater, have faith in yourself. You will encounter challenging circumstances and harsher pathways along the way, but you must overcome them and make the seemingly impossible happen. Always aim to achieve the seemingly unachievable in order to make that trip a reality. Man has always attempted the impossible and succeeded where he could not. Nobody who has wisely done no more than they thought possible has ever made a single advancement. Nothing on earth can assist the man with the incorrect mental attitude. Nothing can prevent the one with the correct mental attitude from accomplishing his goal. There are going to be challenges. There are going to be skeptics. Errors will occur. Hard work, however, knows no bounds. Anything is achievable for him if he puts in the effort. When faced with life's darkest moments, rise to the occasion bravely and never give up, for the light will eventually find you. Again, if you come across a muddy stream in life, persevere through it all the way to the finish, because a clearer stream will eventually wash your filth away. If in the middle of the difficult race of life, everyone rejects you, dare to smile and keep going, because in the end, there are individuals who are waiting to embrace you. People who have achieved success in today's world have only succeeded in reaching their goals because they persevered. They continued to put in a lot of effort because they were fully confident in their talents. Recognize that nobody ever achieves success overnight. Success requires blood and sweat, and those who follow that path will eventually experience its rewards. Have faith that everything in life is achievable. Yes, those who have achieved success in today's world have only succeeded in reaching their goals because they never gave up. They continued to put in a lot of effort because they were fully confident in their talents. Recognize that nobody ever achieves success overnight. Success requires blood and sweat, and those who follow that path will eventually experience its rewards. No matter what area or field you work in, you have to have the mindset that nothing is impossible if you want to succeed in life. You can only genuinely trust in your own potential when you feel that everything is within your control. Sooner or later, will bring you to the pinnacle of achievement. You won't succeed today on its own, but you must keep moving in the direction of your objectives if you have any. Sometimes the obstacles we must overcome in order to succeed make us terrified to move. It shouldn't be you who does it. Recognize that there will never be a sufficiently easy path to achievement. You will have to go through all the difficulties, and you won't be able to accomplish your goal until you have conquered them all. Even though you may have to face many challenges, you must remain resilient on the inside. Continue overcoming all of those challenges and remain committed to your goal. Nothing can match you if you're committed to your task. It's critical to realize that nothing is impossible in this world, and that those who have achieved success till date have had to go through each of these stages before they could truly achieve success. You are therefore by no means an exception. All you have to do is realize that these obstacles are meant to teach you something and provide you with experiences. Continue forward and never give up on your failure. You can succeed the moment you are prepared to accept this reality. You must set goals that are higher than your current abilities. You must learn to overlook the limits of your skills. Make an effort to do things that you are unable to do. Make it your goal to run a firm if you believe you are incapable of doing so. Make your dream of becoming someone you wish to be a reality. Nothing is beyond of reach. In this universe, nothing is impossible. It is stated that firm determination may move heaven and earth. Things appear to be far beyond one's control because one's heart cannot be set on any difficult effort due to a lack of strong will. Nothing is impossible when a future perspective is united with a sense and expectation of progress. What enables things to happen? Your faith in yourself will release you from the limitations imposed by the outside world. Even though I never thought my aspirations would come true, my faith and perseverance allowed me to achieve my goals. Everybody has the desire to overcome setbacks and make the required changes to better themselves. Our triumphs in life are a result of the obstacles we face. Without that inner drive, it is impossible to accomplish goals. As we advance in our skills, our inner strength becomes more apparent. Without you, the impossible is not possible. It's crucial to keep in mind that nothing. Tell yourself, noting is impossible, to help you forget about the idea that you are incapable of accomplishing a task. Eliminate all negative individuals from your life and surround yourself with positive people that share your belief in yourself. Make a commitment to moving toward your objective little by little so that each step matters and assures consistent advancement. There are paths that lead to everything, and if we have enough will, we ought to always have enough resources. Nothing is impossible. Never tell a young person they can't accomplish something. The only person who is capable of accomplishing the impossible is one who sees the unseen. When you have a dream, you want to. Realize nothing is impossible. Many will tell you that you are incapable of achieving your goals and lack the necessary skills, but nothing can deter you if your heart is in it. Like the sun, it cannot be blocked and will always shine if that is your desire. There are paths that lead to everything, and if we had enough will, we ought to always have enough resources. Nothing is impossible. Too frequently, we say things are impossible only to make an excuse. There are paths that lead to everything, and if we had enough will, we ought to always have enough resources. Nothing is impossible. Too frequently, we say things are impossible only to make an excuse. It is impossible to win the war unless you dare to fight, just as it is impossible to win the race until you brave to run. Not. Everything is impossible, in my opinion. Everything is achievable, in my opinion, if you put your mind to it and put in the effort. I discovered that achieving the impossible requires a little bit more work than achieving something tough. The impossible does not exist. It's a viewpoint. Being impossible is not a claim. It's a challenge. Potential is impossible. The impossible is only transient. Nothing is impossible. A mindset that believes nothing is impossible is brought about by always planning forward and attempting to accomplish more. Many things become impossible the instant one adopts the mindset of an expert. I truly feel that if you understand yourself and set goals without the regulations and limitations others put on you, then nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. There are ways that lead to everything, and if we had sufficient will, we should always have sufficient means. It is often merely for an excuse that we say things are impossible. Facing the impossibly difficult is wonderful, as nothing is insurmountable if one is destined to succeed. Strength and wisdom shall be bestowed. The Lord never fails to strengthen those He guides. Since the dream of yesterday is the hope of today and the reality of tomorrow, it is challenging to define what is impossible. The intellect is capable of anything. You can use all of its power and direction. There are never any boundaries that you do not set for yourself once you really understand that thinking is the source of all things. When we follow our inner guidance, nothing is impossible, even if its path contradicts our normal reasoning and poses a threat to us. Everything can be reached in certain ways. Thus, if we had enough will, we should always have enough resources. Too frequently, we say things are impossible only to make an excuse. Nothing is insurmountable. Simply said, certain occurrences are less likely than others. Difficulties in life are meant to filter out the undeserving. Good things aren't given to you alone. They are merited. You can achieve the impossible if you have the courage to get back up after each setback and try again. Even though your objectives may appear unattainable, nothing is insurmountable. All you have to do is take the first step. The rest will fall into place. Things only appear unattainable when someone has instilled doubt in your mind. Ignore other people's criticism and believe that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. An idea does not die because it is improbable. It simply indicates that you might need to exert a little more effort. Seldom does what we believe to be conceivable or impossible, or what we can or cannot do, correspond to our actual capabilities. It is probably a result of the things we think about ourselves. The merely improbable lacks a kind of integrity that the impossible frequently possesses. If we stopped considering these things to be impossible, we could accomplish so much more. As long as someone decides nothing is impossible, what he really needs is self-confidence, self-belief, perseverance, and tenacity. We are capable of accomplishing if we acquire information and use our power appropriately. Great people are able to accomplish great things because, in addition to meeting the prerequisites listed above, they have made appropriate use of their mental faculties. And that wraps things up. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Please hit the subscribe button and we'll see you in the next one.